YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel, for another special edition of trends or housing market crisis. And this is a really good one that was sent to me through my fan page on Facebook. If you want to send me a message or a link, you could send it to me on. You can find me on Instagram. If you go to the top of my YouTube channel, you find me on Instagram, and you can message me there. And also, you could message me on Facebook. I have a fan page on my Portuguese side, which I'm very well known on in the Portuguese-speaking world. Anyways, I got a really good one here, and I want to share this with you guys. 1 in 3 Sydneyans landlords risk income shortfall. Oh no, could this be the nail in the coffin that's going to spring up? Is this the Jack in the Box that's going to blow up? Is this what everyone's been talking about for the last 5 to 6 years when the U.S. experienced its major housing collapse? Is this what is coming into play? Is this what is everyone that's trying to buy into the market? Is this everyone's dream come true? Could this be the nail in the coffin? Could this be the stink on the pig? Here we go. Falling rents and loss of tenants could seriously jeopardize the financial viability of nearly 36,000 property investment portfolios around the country. People, that's 36,000 property investment portfolios. One portfolio could have 200 homes or rentals. You see what I'm saying? Portfolios. So let's get their English right here. Analysis advisor group Digital Finance Analysis Analytics DFA. Sorry, I'm reading through the screen here. Highlighted a danger of investors' reliance on tenants to pay borrowing costs. More than 1 in 3 portfolios in Sydney property would be at risk, says DFA, compared with Melbourne, where 1 in 4 properties could be impacted. So it's not just one region, it's going across. These are investors who would not have income or savings to pay for their investment property mortgages if they were to stop, says Martin North of Principal DFA. His consultancy put the number of property portfolios that may be affected to 36,000, 36 large, based on an analysis of housing surveys, public and private data to model the nation's property market. Increasing supply of houses and apartments and falling rents are already creating pressures for many investors, North warns. About 20% of investors in Brisbane property could be at risk, compared with under 10% in Adelaide, Perth, and Canberra, according to the analysis. So, people, this is the nail. This could be the kickoff to where things start to get out of control. A lot of people are hoping for this because it could normalize things for people. People could lay roots. People could work closer, live closer to work. Yes, you don't have to commute for 3 days to get to work. Let's continue. Reserve Bank of Australia Governor Philip Lowe cautions that too many banks are giving owner-occupier the investor loans to struggling investors, increasing the risk of defaults, and even small shocks hit the economy. Mario Boric, principal of Mario Boric Strategic Finance, says, not having the cash flow to maintain your payment commitments is where you could run into trouble. Oh my God, somebody give this guy a Nobel Prize. Borg, who owns a mix of houses and apartments in personal portfolio with more than 10 million adds, there is one size fits all when it comes to an optional portfolio size, and everyone's financial situation and personal circumstances are different. So, guys, this could be an alarm going off saying if you've saved up for the last 5 to 10 years to buy into the market, don't buy in, hold up, wait, you could probably buy a place for cash. That's what I did with my place. I bought an 11-bedroom, I left the city, 2 hours out of the city, and I just paid for this thing. That's it, done. With the down payment I was going to put in the other city I was living in. He creates a buffer effect of potential financial stress caused by falling markets or raising rates via borrowing only 30 to 40% of investment properties. Ask yourself whether you can still maintain an investment loan portfolio if the interest rates were 2% higher. Stress testing a portfolio. For example, a rate rise from 5% to 7% is $1 million loan for a homeowner, 80% loan to valuation, loan to value. Paying principal interest would mean that monthly repayment is $1,222 to $7,068 according to the Research House. So this is a long article. I'm gonna leave. There's a big checklist there you guys need to go through if you do own a place. I'm not trying to bash or want this to happen, but everybody wants to see normalization. You want younger families to buy into the market to create a healthy increase in property values, not a fake bubble that's ready to pop. So this is a very well laid out article. I like it, and the stress checklist is very important. Review properties and consider whether the current future income justify the increase in risk outgoings. So you look at your TDS, your total debt service ratio. It's very easy. There's TDS calculators online you can get for free. You go on there and you see how much, for example, your mortgage payment is, your property taxes, cell phone. Put cell phone bills. No one ever puts cell phone bills. Put cell phone bills. Put gas, car insurance. Put in things that you normally the bank would never add. Because once you add those into your TDS, you're buying food on credit, and the banks don't want to do that, so they don't lose the deal. So, review properties and then increase outgoings, okay? Look for ways to improve income such as new lease or refinancing. Ugh, that's a nightmare. Improve valuation by redevelopment. That costs money too. Investigate how changes in interest rates or negative growing would impact returns and risk. That's when people usually walk to the bank and hand over their keys and saying, I cannot pay this house anymore. If you are, or I'm not paying for a house worth less than what I bought it for. If you are forced to sell, decide now what's the portion it should be based on how the sale will impact returns. Consider if you can subdivide and create a strata title, then sell off portions that are not required. Consider alternate use for properties, for example, converting a shop into a medical or surgery house and into or a child's minding center, like a daycare. Refinance if you don't already have the best rates and terms. Access tax on annual income and potential capital gains. Consider holding structure for properties if it's more tax effective. So a lot of that stuff does cost money to get reinvested into, and it could be somewhat risky getting into. But man, I'm telling you guys, portfolios are in danger. Once the investor starts to see danger, the common Australia or the Australian proper will start looking and start feeling the ripple effect from this. Once the portfolio investors and investors in the market start noticing this, watch out, Australian proper, because it's the working poor that it comes after next. And I hope that people could find ways to correct this problem. I hope the banks could allow people to default, especially the Australian proper and the working poor. Allow them to default because they were bought into a Ponzi scheme they should have not known to buy in. Let me know. Weigh in with your comments below. Thanks for watching. Big hug to all my subscribers, and thank you.